Can you state your name and your relationship to the person interviewing you?
Hi, I am MiscKawena Jackson, and Aaliyah is my friend.
All right. Have you have you been interviewed for this project already?
No.
Okay. Where are you from? Which neighborhood? How long have you lived in Chicago?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, from the Inglewood area, and I've lived in Chicago my whole life, so 18 years.
Okay. What role do you play in your community?
Well, I would like to say that I'm a leader in my community because even though I'm not able to do as much now, since I'm like still getting my education and stuff like that in high school, when I finish my undergrad and like doctorates, I would like to come back to Chicago or even outside of Chicago, help my neighborhood and community in a way that it has helped me. Coming from an inner city, like we aren't
You're doing good. I'm sorry.
coming from an inner city, we aren't given all the resources other communities are given. So it's harder for me to get resources, but I take advantage of every opportunity or every path that comes my way. So therefore, I can help others to the path of better resources and stuff like that, such as Chicago Scholars.
Oh my God, gee, I ain't positive, but you're doing so good already. Okay. What is your definition of community?
My definition of a community is a place where there's always a helping hand and there's always a stepping stool to better each other / the surroundings.
Okay. How have you been impacted by your community?
Well, as I stated before, living in an inner city / community area, there aren't a lot of resources. So there's this resource called there's a program called Chicago Scholars, and they target inner city / low income / first generation students. And coming from my community, I was able to learn about this program and get accepted into the program.
How would your life be different if you lived in a different city or town?
I feel like if I came from a richer city / neighborhood, I feel like I wouldn't work as hard because like things will be thrown at me and I would already have things my way. So I wouldn't work as hard as I do now.
Okay. If you could change anything about your community, what would it be and why?
Well, I would definitely change the violence and I don't know, like the work ethic of the community and people's work ethic, because it's very few. Honestly, I'm not even gonna say that. Cut that out.
Okay.
Okay, I would change the idea or the thoughts that you get in my community as soon as you hear it. Inglewood, people think of it as a really bad neighborhood, even though it is high in violence and stuff like that. There are a lot of smart students and smart kids and scholars like me, and you wouldn't think much of it, but unless you actually talk to us and meet us. So yeah.
We're going to skip number 7 because you just answered number 7 with your number 6. You're doing good. Okay. If you think this view is wrong or unfair, is there a way to change how your community is viewed by others?
Well, I do think this view is wrong because people seem to overlook Inglewood area since it has such a bad name. How would I change it? Well, I would actually get people in the Inglewood area talking to the Inglewood kids and stuff like that. So therefore they could see for themselves that we aren't as bad as people think.
All other cities have to deal with issues like violence. How does the issue of violence in Chicago compare to other major cities?
Wait, repeat the question.
All cities have to deal with issues like violence. How does the issue of violence in Chicago compare to other major cities?
Well, there's violence everywhere. I would have to say Chicago's violence is, I don't know, more aggressive and at a higher level. So how it compares, I just have to say there's violence everywhere. But I feel like there's not a step towards change as it should be. Because when we do protests, the protest is only for a day or 2 days. There isn't actually a protest where we protest for a period of time to actually make a change.
Good job. I feel so bland doing this, but you're doing so good. Okay, what are the top 3 issues / concerns that you would like to address and start a dialogue about?
Well, of course, resources. That's definitely like the number one. Violence. And well, if I go back to resources, I would like to say that that's such a general like statement, because resources could be your programs, communication, networking, and stuff like that. So that's 3 within resources, but like, I don't know, resources and violence are top 2.
If you were in charge of the media, what would you show? What would you do to change the perception of how people view you and your community?
Well, such as this video / interview, I would get people to actually listen to and talk to students from Inglewood, so therefore they wouldn't think of Inglewood as a bad place, and like they know that good things can come from Inglewood.
Have you ever had any bad experiences in Chicago?
Honestly, no. I love Chicago. It is my hometown, even though I want to get out of it for college. I just want to experience something different. I don't regret living here. I don't regret anything that I've done here, because Chicago has made me who I am today. So, yeah.
Okay. Are there any questions that I didn't ask you feel I should ask you?
No.
All right. Thank you so much.